That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Does that music not make you want to go dancing? Like, I want to go dancing.
I was dancing.
I was going to say, who
I
wasn't
had to
dancing?
quickly stop dancing.
Like, we just all need tequila next time and just like a little like salsa vibe. Yeah.
Well, especially for this is St. Patrick's Day, so I mean, you definitely should be salsa dancing, right? St. Patrick.
That was pretty close to a river dance, like really close, right?
Okay, Bailey, Greg, you guys weren't here last week.
I know.
Ladies first. Bailey, who's going all the way? Who do you think?
Lindsay. Lindsay's going all the way.
Lindsay, okay. Why?
Really?
She's a beast. She's a dietitian. She knows how to like manage her like diet well, right? Look at this girl. She's ripped, okay? Yeah. And she seems to just like have it strategically down, like socially. You know, she's like kind of playing it back a little, but also getting involved a little bit with Jonathan, like being besties with him. So yeah, I think Lindsay.
Okay, Greg.
I'm so bummed I missed last week because my favorite was Zach. And
no,
he got voted out. So I think I get a repick because I wasn't here. Is that right?
Or
am I just like off the boat?
You pick the next person who's being voted
like
off.
The dead horse. Yeah. No, I think that it's so tough when they're like, you know, kind of just introducing everyone. I really like the firefighter, Mike Turner, right? And then
who is the one? Who? No. Don't give us the whole tribe of who you like.
Strunk, I think, has potential.
Okay.
He's from the Vati.
Okay.
And
hold on.
I'm going with the nerd play.
Also, Daniel's like leaning into the fact that he's hurt, which he did get hurt, but like he can kind of lean into like, oh, I can't play, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And he could be a powerhouse soon. We don't know. But he's also going to be smart enough to do puzzles. And that's when
he's a law clerk.
Smart enough to get his shoulder popped out.
Yeah. Whose favorite was Jonathan's? Was that Jason's?
That was Jason's.
Oh,
I love Jonathan.
Really?
Jonathan is great.
Oh
my gosh.
You guys, look at those knees. They're locked. Why is he standing with locked knees? Why?
That's a good point.
Can't get over it.
He's a babe. I do really like him. He's probably my second favorite.
He reminds me kind of like Troy Zan, if we all remember him. A little bit of Ozzy with the hair. Like
I see it.
I'm not
and he's also like a Zoolander model.
Natalie, you're not into him? You don't think like if you were to see him on the streets, you would do like a double take? Like
no, he's just like one in a million. What did they call him on Jersey Shore? A meathead? A gorilla? Whatever. A gorilla, I think. You know,
I think it's the
like
height for me. I love a guy with some height. Like he reaches the stars, and I'm like, Jonathan, hello.
Let's not forget who's gonna win. My girl.
Is that your thought?
Oh, okay. I said Jonathan's my second favorite. She's probably my second favorite.
She's smart.
Good. She's solid.
She's another gorilla. Her. She's another gorilla.
Yeah. She has those shoulders.
Yeah, total meathead. No, I think she is good. Well, hey guys, welcome. This is the official cast. This is the show we're going to be working with. Although, Bailey, you were gone for your bachelorette party, which means you have a wedding coming, which means you have a honeymoon coming. So we're going to get my favorite girl back in, Jason, and he'll fill in. He'll fill in when you're out.
Jason's way cooler than I'll ever be. Y'all are lucky.
Oh my gosh. Stop. His head's blowing up. And then Greg, welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show, the official cast. This will be exciting.
Dude, when you asked like what shows we should do and Survivor was picked, I'm like, I'm in. It's my favorite show. I'm all about it. So I'm very excited to like have to watch it almost as homework. Because like I watch it as a fan. I've watched it every single season. And now I'm like, I feel like I'm studying it a little bit more. There was a time when I was like applying to be on it years back. And I was, kind of taking soft notes. Now I'm like taking hard notes. Like I'm going to have a whole sheet.
How many times have you applied, Greg? I'm just curious.
40. Once. No. I've applied officially twice. I did a video that I thought was hilarious. Apparently Jeff Probst didn't see it. I did another thing at the local casino here in Oregon where we drove out and there was like hundreds of people there and we like kind of fought our way through. And I wasn't supposed to go on camera yet, but I was just like, maybe that's like part of the gameplay. And I like snuck into the room where they were doing that. And I just grabbed a card and I was like, well, I'm up. And then like signed up and like made sure that I did the thing. Maybe that's also why I didn't get in, because I don't follow rules. And then the last time that I tried to apply, I didn't actually submit the video. So I could still do that. It's me recording myself on the top of Mount Hood, which is our local super tall mountain.
So we're gonna play that at the end of next episode.
Yeah. I was in my mind, like at some point we have to see at least snippets of the videos.
Yeah, I should find that.
Be the funny one.
It'd be funny if, although it was done just like a year or two ago while you're an adult, but your voice is higher, like it hadn't changed yet.
And on the mountain.
Like you sound like Zach, actually.
Yeah. Well, I don't have the microphone, so that would make sense. You know what I mean? Because this really just changes my voice. You all have heard me in real life, and it's nothing like this. But
it sounds like Greg sucking helium.
Yeah.
It's this mic. It's the mic.
It's
okay, that's enough about me. Let's move on.
How many of you guys are watching the show with your iPhone notepad open? That's how I'm watching it.
That's the only way to watch.
Yes. Same.
Actually, the first episode.
I transferred my notes over to OneNote.
Oh my God. What a nerd. What a nerd.
Corporate nerd.
I'm on Google Docs.
I literally I'm doing like what Spark Notes. I'm like over here like typing them all up. Like I have them all up right here. I'm ready to go.
So studious.
Yeah.
I love it.
So yeah, let's go through this episode, guys. That's what people are here for.
It was a good one. There was a lot to it.
Yeah. I mean, Survivor's off and running. It came out of the gate strong, but it hasn't stopped yet. And it just feels like Natalie was looking into it last night because we were both curious. Okay, so how many episodes is it normally? How many is it now? It's 2 episodes less. Yeah, so it's 2 episodes less this season. So they already feel action packed. I feel like with 2 less, they're like, oh, we got to do everything. Go.
Well,
you know?
The what do you call it? Oh, I can't remember the name. The challenges combined, the reward challenge and the immunity challenge are one. There's not like, here's the challenge. If you win this, you get a reward. And then there's later in the episode, here's the challenge to win the immunity. Now it's like all in. You better get it.
Is it? Do you guys think it'll be that way for every episode?
Well, Greg mentioned
there were a few episodes last season where they split it, and I think there was some where it wasn't even like a tribal council, like nothing was on the line in that regard, if I recall. Someone please correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but they're always trying to stay up with, keeping everyone on their toes, because you see it right away when people like hit the beach and they're just like looking for idols right away. So now they're trying to like, hey, like pace yourself. Like you're about to play a game, you need to stick around.
Well, and like I noticed that shoot.
I'll be right back.
I can't think
we have children.
Kid trouble. Okay.
You just figure out like, okay, bye.
Natalie's got both monitors for both our kids, and so she's on alert because I have to run the ship here with the thing. So, but she will be back. I'm watching for her to appear back into the stream.
That's a very yachty thing to say. I like it.
Yeah. Naughty yachty.
Naughty yachty. Okay, so we start off. They announce it's day 4 in their world at the top of the episode. I'm not sure how many days we go through. Like, is it 2 days?
I think it goes up to 3 at the end of the episode.
Usually it's about 3 per episode.
So we start off at the top of day 4. I think it's hilarious that they're only 4 days in. They're already starting to look emaciated. They're filthy and they're in their underwear. And I'm like, day 4?
Yeah.
It just goes to show how like fragile humanity is. Like, if we couldn't get to a grocery store within a week, I think all humanity is like, we're all going to be in our underwear and filthy, like within a week's time.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, what's his Hi is like the vegan, and he's like, I guess I'll eat this because I'm starving. It's like day 2. He has
it was like a morsel.
Years and years and years, and he's like, okay, give me your scraps.
I always wonder about like, it's the same with like cooking competition shows and stuff. when the hardcore vegan goes in, I'm like, you know what you're signing up for, right? Like, do you really think you're gonna like Gordon Ramsay? You're not gonna. How many times are you gonna soak a mushroom and bake it? You know what I mean? Like,
And he was just planning to eat rice the whole time. It sounded like he's just like, I'll be fine, rice and some coconut.
He'll be gone in 2
like, no rice. I like how
I was planning on that rice.
Yeah.
Jeff. Vegan? Hello.
Do you have any vegan crabs? I saw some meat crabs walking around.
Are there any like coconuts crawling on the beach that I could? So I thought it was funny. Hi was our and then we immediately roll into like the Marianne show. They're on the beach.
Yeah.
She's a hoot.
She's a lot.
She's a lot. That's the way she's a lot. I like really like her, and I appreciated the Disney reference, and she's like, and I was like, okay, this relates. And then I'm like, okay, I can imagine being on an island with this girl for days. Like, that's a lot. She's a lot.
You're saying you couldn't imagine that?
I couldn't.
So I rescind my Marianne guess. She's not gonna laugh. I do.
Yeah.
No,
the only thing that won me over was she was a big fan of Zach.
This is why I don't think I would win Survivor, because I would not play a good social game. I would just
and
like, Marianne, we're going all the way.
Let's do this, Marianne. I'd love you.
You and Zach, let's do this. Natalie, so Marianne was your choice to go all the way.
Yeah, I'm kind of seeing the error in that now.
Well, and why? Just say it, just so we can hear like your thought on why you're pulling that back.
Well, because that type of personality can wear on you. And if you are looking at the long haul, if you're in the situation 5 days in, you're like, I've got 21 more days of this, possibly. That's hard. That's a
People
hard
are getting
choice.
irritated as it is. Like,
there are so many other reasons to be irritated. You don't need to hang on to the personality that is also irritating you, on top of like not eating, not sleeping, being bitten by bugs, and like whatever else.
That being said, a lot of times those people are strung along as sandbags. So if they're annoying enough, they like, maybe that's her gameplay. I don't know.
Has an annoying person ever won Survivor? That's our homework.
Ooh.
Yes.
Trick question. Every contestant's annoying if you met him in real
life.
Richard, hello, the first contestant.
I'm terrified to say it on here because I started following everyone on Instagram, and if they just start tuning in, I don't want to be the target of
them. No. You got it. So okay, Greg's not going to be giving. Greg won't be giving any opinions this show, guys. Because
I'll be giving opinions. I'm saying annoying people that have won.
Yeah.
And I'll just say it. I'm just gonna say it. Sandra. Do you guys remember Sandra? I think she's won twice now. She calls herself the Queen of Survivor. She's been on like I don't know, five seasons.
I remember that. I'm just
and
kidding.
Her first time winning, I was just like, no, this is not cool. Like,
yeah.
The show needs to be fixed.
Okay, how do we feel about Mike? Can we talk about Mike?
The Greg's choice for winner.
Yeah.
Second choice.
Second choice. I wanted to possibly label this Finders Losers because like okay, he's the real meathead because
he is.
In the true sense of the term, like all brawn, no brains.
Yeah.
Like, you're really gonna find an idol and then completely lose it.
Yeah.
I mean, I find it eventually, but it was just it was stupid.
Yeah. And he tells everyone he'll be out in a couple episodes, I think. But like I want to like him so much. Like he's a goof. I like his soccer comment.
It was funny too, because he like I like how they're playing the voiceover of him saying like, when I came into this, I told myself I wasn't going to tell anybody if I found this out. And as he's doing it, he's just going up to tribe member after tribe member going, hey, listen, I don't got to vote until this thing turns on. It's like,
my God.
Yeah. Oh, he told him the weakness too. Like, what?
Yeah. I would not
Like,
have
know your
said that. I would
game.
have been like, I have an idol and it's so powerful. You don't want to see me inflict it on you. You know what I mean? Like,
yes. Elaine
Exactly.
in the chat like captures it all. Poor Mike. He's just not there. Poor Mike.
No game. That's exactly what it is.
You know?
I'd be like, every time I say this weird saying about soccer, it just makes it stronger. So you're gonna want to be on the good side. Which last season it was hilarious when they were talking about their things because they just shouted out and it was just the weirdest thing ever. Who was it that told him not to say it? Was it my guy Daniel? Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
He's like, don't say it.
Just don't say it. Yeah, that's the strategy.
And Mike's just like, okay, this will work.
Poor Mike.
Oh,
give a preemptive RIP to Mike.
Yeah.
I remembered I could highlight comments, so I'm trying to get some up there because everybody's having so much fun in the chat. Here's one for Greg.
Hey, hey now. I course corrected though.
Yeah.
Natalie.
Yeah. You focus grouped it.
Exactly. Qualities, but like, okay.
Hasselback, Elizabeth, she was annoying.
Yeah.
We got some Survivor fans on here. I like it.
My notes here. Omar was next. We highlighted Omar for a little bit. Our 30-year-old virgin, as he proudly announced. What do you guys think about Omar and his like moments in the show yesterday?
Yeah,
I do like the opposite.
Bromance.
Yeah, bromance of Jonathan and Omar. I do appreciate that.
The brains and the brawn, as they called it.
Two different pieces of wood, and when they combine, they make the piece stronger. That's yeah.
Or as Jonathan said, they make the ultimate human together.
That is so intense. Okay, Omar, you're here. We need you here.
Yeah,
right.
He said, "Jonathan is my meat shield. I'm his brain shield." I love
that.
That
That is the quote.
That was,
and he was talking about like being really accepting of others, and I like that. So, and he was trying to like kind of put his information out there in a way that I think was respectable and like, if you have questions, I'm an open book sort of thing. And then everyone else is like, if you have questions, I'm an open book. I'm a liar. This, and this.
Is his like sweetness, his vulnerability, is that a liability in this show, or do you think it can help him in this show?
In his case, I think it could help.
Like, yeah, I think that too. Like when I first saw him, I was like, oh, he's a veterinarian. What animal would I describe him as? He's like kind of a squirrel. And then when he like got affiliated with Jonathan, I'm like, oh, okay, he's like actually trying to play a game. Like he's like making connections. Like he found his soft spot, like his sweet spot. And now he's a tiger. Now he's going in.
I feel like he had some good gameplay this episode. So he's already showing, willingness to lie and play the game.
Whereas the vulnerability of Marianne, on the other hand, has no ability to lie, doesn't swear. She was like saying like fudge a bunch.
Right. She's like in seminary school. Like that's her career. You know, that's her life.
She has to be careful.
Yeah.
I do really like her. She's so sweet. But it's a lot.
It's a lot. I get it.
Yeah. Also, another quote from Omar was, "We're ride or die, baby. Yeah, it's the odd couple." Like,
they're cute.
Who says that?
Yeah. I love a bromance relationship. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Should we talk about our favorite tribes?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do we have favorites?
Yeah, I'm looking and seeing like, okay, do I have the tribes straight already?
Okay, Toku is the one with like 4 left, and I feel like they've got to be the strongest though. Like they're the most fun to watch, I think, right now. With Marianne, Jonathan, yeah, Lindsay, Omar. But like every time the show is like, I want to just keep watching them.
Yeah, they're a strong team.
I mean, Vati hasn't lost any.
I would say this though. I think part of it is because they've been highlighting that tribe because that was the tribe that kind of, is going to end up on the chopping block that episode. I think
TV.
Vati, it's got my vote. Jenny, it's got the powerful vegan,
the fake blood vegan.
Lydia, we're gonna talk about her.
Lydia.
Yes, Lydia.
We gotta talk about her in a little bit. Mike, Chanel, and Daniel.
And my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Team
solid
Daniel.
team too. It's got some dead weight in it, but
Every tribe does. Every
They're
tribe
undefeated though.
Yeah, I think Josh is our dead weight. Just a thought. I don't know.
We had to pick someone.
You had to pick someone.
My sweetness and vulnerability.
Did we jump into the challenge then?
Well,
we could. Back at the beginning of the show, though.
A little bit before that, though, didn't we have Drea asking for the Girls Alliance? Before we got to that, Drea pulled the girls together on her tribe and was like, let's have an alliance. And the funniest part was as soon as they were like, yes, she walks away and they're like, we got to vote her off, right? So, whoops, I didn't mean to hit him.
Unbelievable.
No, that was classic because she jumped on that too soon. A lot of times people are like, this is our one similarity. We're an alliance, right? And everyone's like, yeah, sure. Okay. And then they turn and cut bait.
Yeah.
That killed me.
Yeah.
She has about as much gameplay as Tori.
More than a woman.
Let's run through Ica then, because we did the other two. So let's run through them before we get to the challenge, I guess.
Poor Zach, R.I.P.
We didn't really see him.
Okay, how do you feel about
Team Skinny?
Romeo? This is Romeo. I like him.
Yeah, me too.
I like him.
Jason of the team.
He's gonna be the one that they're gonna do like that stock shot of like a snake or some sort of like spider or something, and then they cut to his story. I'm certain.
Yeah.
Or like he'll do something to someone and then they'll cut to a spider wrapping a bug up with its web.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas like Tori's on that tribe too, and they'll be like dancing crabs or something. They'll be like, oh, there's Tori.
You'll see this tribe this time. Yeah.
Yeah, they were kind of they were kind of on the back burner. We saw a little bit at the top, but
we saw
she was
Rockstroy
crying because she had to vote someone out.
I like Rockstroy. His last name's Bailey as well, which is like I have an affinity towards him then naturally. But I really like him. He's a stay-at-home dad. He's just doing dad things, and he got it to the campsite, and he's like, "We got to do this, guys." Like he's got a warm spot in my heart.
He was for me, and then now he's on a downward spiral for me. Because he was too much. And then now everyone's starting to say, this dude isn't really doing a lot. He's bossing everyone around, but he's not working. And then in the challenges, he was the one working the least. And everyone was kind of going like, dude, he's the big strong guy. He should be helping with this chest. And he wasn't. And then even in this one, he was the one that kept hitting into things, but he always screams the loudest and stuff. And it's like, hey, enough with the dramatics. Like you bumped into something. We're going, we're in a time challenge here. Just keep going. I don't know. He's kind of a griper. Have you guys noticed that? I don't know.
Yeah, I see it. I don't know. I just still have a soft spot. Maybe unpopular opinion, but I like him.
And that's everyone on the tribe because Greg's boy Zach is gone.
I posted a tribute to him. I put on Instagram with my 6 followers. I posted a tribute to him, and I messaged him, and I was like, Zach, can I please post this? I'm devastated that you're gone. He was like a John Cochran to me. Like he was the guy that I could tell knew the game so well that he could have played better. But I really think that they need to do a show. And I said this in my post, that a show with all the people that got voted out the first round. Because they've done the opposite of that.
Yeah.
All the champions.
Aaron, I'm also with you. I love that Marianne had a crush on Zach, and she said it several times. So I want to see post Survivor, what happens with that. Just curious.
They all tend to become friends and stuff. There's a whole social network of survivors.
And he posted something about like with her face and his face like photoshopped on it, like they were a couple. So I think he's into it.
That's cute. Okay.
You never know. Yeah.
So we talked a little bit about Mike Turner finding the Beware advantage.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that? Because I really like the idea of an advantage with this, like a string attached, where like if you open this up, you're opening up Pandora's box. It's on you. Like, do you want to do this? Do you not? And it gives him a choice. He didn't even really think about it, but
yeah. Are you asking like what if you were in
what do you think? What would you open it if you found that? First of all, you'd be really excited.
I mean, I feel like we'd have to. Yeah. You're there to play. It's like, here's an opportunity. It's got to find out.
Yeah. I feel like objectively it'd be like, no, God, it's like a scary movie. Like, no, like don't go downstairs. Like the scary noise is down there. That means like the bad guy's down there. But like when you're actually in it, like I think you're telling yourself like, I'm going to take all the risks. I'm going to do like what I got to do to like win that cash. And like, you're doing what you need to do. And so I think you're there and you're like, why the fuck not? They've been sitting around for days. They're not eating. They're not drinking. They're just sitting there. So they're like, well, this is fun. What do I have to lose? I'm sitting here not eating.
Well, what if Jeff? You have your vote to lose.
What if Jeff Probst lost his mind and all of a sudden it just started getting really weird? Like they find the idol and they're like, if you open it, you got to do it. When he opens it, it's like there's a knife and it's like for every life you take, you get an extra vote. And it's like,
what? Like, they're delirious because they haven't eaten anything. So they're like, okay,
yeah, I'll do it. Oh my God, I'll do it. What? Or like they started by putting them out in the woods for 40 days by themselves, then bring them together and play Survivor. So they're nervous and afraid and they're like going crazy.
Oh my gosh, social anxiety.
Yes. Yeah. Like this is a way to like filter out the psychos. Like this is like a pre-casting thing. This isn't they don't actually get cast.
That's how they get on the show.
Get through it. They're like, are you going to kill your mates? Great, you didn't. You get to it. You get to go
so
and
dark. So dark.
Oh my God.
Kind of like that blood on episode 1. What the heck? Like
that was so weird.
Bad move.
Hi.
I'm surprised nobody's talking about that. Like
at all.
Hey, what was that about, guys?
And Lydia was like, "You're bleeding a lot. Are you okay?" And he was like, Yeah, I'm fine. Like I would not have brushed that off. I'd be like, wait, where's your scratch, bro? Like,
right.
Yeah. Super
weird. Back to this episode because we already covered that one, guys.
We gotta the idol. So I'm kind of a purist. I don't like the twists and turns. I liked the clean game of just you vote for someone, that person goes home if they got the most votes.
Oh, you're pre-idol.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm fine with the idol, but like you gotta draw a line in the sand somewhere. Well, because for me, it's just so hard to keep track of like I would have to like map out a flow chart of like what could possibly happen at any given tribal because there's the shot in the dark. And then some ladies had that thing with the
risk and the detect thing.
Yeah,
and then reward. Like he's got this idol but then they can't use it until this, and it's like
and then there's idol nullifiers now.
Yeah, so it's just confusing.
There's a lot.
And there's that knife. And there's that knife that Jeff Probst put out
knife.
That's everyone constantly watching their back. No, I think it's there's too many things. So it's like like when they say like, oh well, this person even we talk about it, I think this person will go far because they're really good at playing the game. It's like up to a point, and then there's 40 different things of just pure luck that comes into play now because I'm dropping a dice and I got the 6 or the 1 or whatever. It's like, geez, like I think there's a little too like now I feel like I'm watching a carnival game instead of Survivor. I do want to see like humans playing humans instead of humans playing games of chance, and I feel like there's too many games of chance on this.
Yeah,
it's tough. I honestly think it has to do with the fact that so many people have gone into it knowing so much about the game that now that they have to like throw these curveballs just to like knock these people down to the level of everyone else is playing.
Yeah. That's
true. I agree. It's such a complicated web. Last season when the girl like had to steal a vote and like she had to call the guy on it, but then he had given his idol to someone else knowing she would, and then I'm just like, what? Like, who thinks of this stuff?
Yeah. That's what makes it
42 seasons worth. That's what.
That's what happens. Yeah.
But
they just have like some guy in a box.
They only have a short time to play, so everyone is kind of already thinking in terms of like, what's my case to the jury? So if Mike finds the idol, he already took the chance of looking for it. He found it. So yes, of course he's got to take that chance, because then when they ask him, what was your strategy? He could say, here are the risks I took.
I did like how Daniel was like, I have the knowledge of this idol. I know everything about it and none of the risk.
Yes.
Because that's power too.
Yeah. And he it seemed immediate that he was just turned around and, was her name Chanel, talked to her about what the advantage might be to the two of them in knowing that Mike had the idol.
And then
so I saw online, guys, because I wanted to. Speaking of the idol, there is such grace in the game of soccer, it makes me cry. So
I love Mike.
That's the phrase that Mike has to say when they go to challenge, hoping that the other two will say their phrases. I don't know if someone's guessing this, but I found the other two phrases. So I don't know how people knew this online, or if someone wrote this as a guess, because
it might be on the bottom of the clue, maybe. Sometimes people like freeze frame it and like read it.
Oh, so do you guys want to hear what the phrases are?
Yeah,
I do.
I'm ready.
This is for all of our viewers who don't want to hear. Cover your ears.
I'm on edge.
Yeah. Okay, so
we'll get closer. Okay.
And this is how it could come about now, kind of a natural conversation-ish, without letting others know. So they're listening for "There's no grace in Survivor." So someone who has that idol can throw out there's no grace in Survivor. Just kind of like it's something that no one would go like, what? Why are you talking about? Like the Gonzo flies at midnight. You know, it's like, what?
Yeah.
So, there's no grace in Survivor. Second person says, sometimes I wish I were playing soccer instead. Then he comes in with, there is such grace in the game of soccer, it makes me cry.
It's still weird.
It's weird enough, but it's conversational enough to where they could get there without triggering a bunch of people going, why are these three talking? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like Mike has the toughest one to say. That's a mouthful and like kind of a weird thing to say, especially in the moment he needs to say it, which is before a challenge.
You know what, though? If he was in front of those two and he said, I don't know, soccer makes me cry, I think they would know it's him with the idol, and you know what I mean? Like,
no, of course they'll know, but how he's going to make it seem natural so nobody suspects anything. I also appreciated that he has such a venom against soccer. Like, who is so opinionated against soccer?
I like to fight fires. Last season, I just looked that up. The phrases were random. I truly believe the butterflies are dead relatives saying hi. I'm as confused as a goat on AstroTurf, and I didn't realize this till now. Broccoli is just a bunch of small trees. Can you imagine trying to get any of that into conversation?
Okay, I could do the broccoli one easily. Like, you're kind of delirious. Again, you haven't eaten, and if you look at like something on the ground, like, isn't that kind of crazy that like broccoli looks like
Jeff just looked at him like, what are you saying? Like, Jeff was playing along like, y'all are crazy. So I think this soccer stuff will at least like make it easier.
Kind of make it easier.
Insert.
Yeah. They are kind of themed together.
They greased it up a little bit.
Can we shout out Jeff for a second and his like inspirational poster quotes during the challenge, quote unquote? He said, "Somebody's dream about winning Survivor is ours." And I was like, oh my god,
like he's a pro.
They're hours away.
So dramatic. And like the conversation though with Jackson too, like he handled that so well. I don't know, he's just a G. That's what I'm getting.
Oh yeah, he's learned a few things.
I'm a big Jeff fan.
Yeah.
42 seasons. He better be good.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet you he said a lot of these phrases a lot of times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like at home to his wife.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do like a montage of his quotes.
Yeah. Like if she won't do something for him, you know, somebody's dream is about to be dad.
We should all get quotes of Jeff Probst and put it behind
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a cardboard cutout of him.
Yeah.
Life size.
Yeah, just over my shoulder.
Yeah. Amazing. I'll get one of Marianne.
You're committed.
Marianne.
Even that poster would be a little too loud, I think.
Yeah. Oh, I do like her.
I know. Yep.
So they went and had their first challenge. This is all leading up to their first challenge. Or for the episode, or it's the challenge of the episode, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just the one.
Gosh, some of it feels so long. You're like,
it was a fast episode. It felt like.
Yeah. But a lot happened. There was like challenges, communities. There was a lot.
Yeah. First place was getting like the fishing deluxe gear. Second place was getting smaller amount of fishing gear, but still gear. Third place was getting a one-stop.
And your flint.
Your flint
is stolen.
And you go to council. And Jeff goes to your tribe or to your camp and he pees on your fire.
That's
like salt in the wound. Yeah. It's like, why?
Yeah.
You know? As they're walking, he's just chugging a Gatorade. And everyone's like, what is your problem?
Yeah.
Why did I come on season 42?
Yeah.
So many twists and turns.
Yeah.
Okay, Aaron, we're bringing our favorite Jeff quotes next week. It's on.
I like that.
It's on.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to pull it from that episode, though. That'll be fun to try to get a quote from that episode.
The amazing thing about the challenge is that it seemed like Lydia's tribe, like she was performing poorly.
Yeah.
But then she really knocked it out of the park during the puzzle portion.
Yeah.
And like gained so much ground.
And Jeff
the way
gave
it
her
looked like
credit
she just
while
wasn't
she was
loud
yelling.
enough. Yeah. But then at the puzzle, her direction was so clear.
Mm-hmm.
Which I appreciate.
It was actually kind of it was annoying me because I wrote down some of the stuff she was saying. She was like, everyone get in a line, turn. And everyone's yelling like, which way? Like she's
where do you turn?
She's talking to them as if they can see. And she's like, no, not that way. No. Go that way. And they're like, which way?
Yeah.
You know,
like, chopped it up as she's just like a baby. She's a child. Like she's like 20.
Okay. So that's my question to the three of you. And I'm going to be honest, blindfold ones were like my least favorite just because everyone's like hurting themselves. I don't like that. But would you rather be the caller and have that pressure or be blindfolded? Natalie, what's your answer?
I would
not
rather
blindfolded,
be blindfolded.
buff-folded. Okay.
I'd rather be blindfolded because I feel like I would give good direction, but no one can hear me just in regular conversation. I don't have a loud speaking voice, so
I get it. Yeah.
No one could hear me. I would be just perfect in what I was saying, but then they would be like, "Natalie, are you there?"
Yeah,
where
especially
are we going?
Trying to yell over Jason's Jonathan with him just like that. That was like from 300. All right, Josh, what would you do? Blindfold or would you be a caller?
I'd be the caller.
You have a good
I think I could do it.
I can concur. He's very loud.
And stage direction. So you'd be giving them direction based on what
more than the ability to project. I think I could.
You're good in scenarios like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm being the caller for sure. I can't listen for anything. Yeah, I am being the caller.
You can't listen. That's your reasoning.
I like how Bailey's. It's because she refuses to hear other people.
No, I'll literally have
a
conversation with my fiance, and he's like, "Did you listen to anything I said?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, I can't. No."
Yeah.
We actually had a disagreement this evening, and it was who's doing the vows first. We get married in a few weeks for anyone that just joined, and I was like, "I'm going first."
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I said I'm going first because if I go second, then I'm just gonna be too busy, like worried about what I'm about to say. So like, there's no way. I'm selfish, maybe, I don't know, but like I'm for sure gonna be self-aware. Yeah, thank you. Definitely gonna be the caller. I can't listen.
Bailey, you know what you should do is have your fiance blindfolded at the back of the church, and you'll use your vows to bring him up the aisle and guide him to you.
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
Everyone in the church is like,
that.
what's happening? These weirdos, what are they into?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, for
Thanks,
the show.
Aaron.
I
Thanks,
did it for the
Elaine.
show.
And then the pastor will say, now drop your buffs. And
Why do you have a paddle in your hand? I don't know.
you're joining the
and at
same
the end, you'll
tribe
both take
now.
your torches. You'll
Yes.
light one torch. And
Everyone's
he'll
wearing
snuff
black and we're not sure.
the other torches.
I love it.
Wait, what do you mean, Greg? Have you said yet?
Have I said
Caller
what?
or-
Oh,
You can be
I
caller.
would definitely be the caller. I've been told I have speakers in my neck, so I could definitely project. And to Josh's point, like, you have to be very specific in what you're saying. You have to say, like, Mike, right 2 steps. Mike, forward 3 steps. Mike,
Yes.
stop being an idiot. You can't just be like, turn, go, faster. Like that. And you have to be very, like, succinct. And then you also, the successful ones, because usually they have, like, 2 people in 2 groups. You have to, like, group 1, group 2.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's a little stuff, the little prep at the top. Like, I'm like, why didn't they do it? Yeah, like, you'll be like team 1, team 2, team 3, or name them something like Jenny. I'm just going to say Jenny. That means you 2. I'm just going to say your name.
Yeah.
Like, something that won't get, because they might do team 1, team 2, team 3, too. So, like,
That's a good point.
something that signifies. And then, yeah, like, I don't know, like, give succinct, smaller things. Like, take 3 steps to the right, and then just boom, 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 stop.
Yeah.
One more step, you know, like you could always
Exactly.
correct and stuff like that. But like when they're just going like, no, go, it's like people were racking their
noise.
nuts on everything.
Yeah.
And I'm
the
going
girls
to
were
agree
racking
with
their
Greg that I do enjoy the blindfolded challenges because they're always bumping into things. I just think it's funny.
I hate it because
It's meant to
it's
be.
just I wince. I wince.
Yeah.
I think guys don't like it as much as girls might.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think it is. So yeah, Ika wins. Which just it's I guess it's gratifying if it's your tribe, but that is something that just always drives me nuts on Survivor. There could be a team that's so behind, and then they're able to pull it out like on a puzzle or something, and the other ones have like 5-minute advantage, and they just keep making the same mistake for 5 minutes. You're like, what are you doing? Like
that was the downfall of having Jonathan be the caller, because then Jonathan was the puzzle direction person, and he had already proved in episode 1 that that is not his strong suit.
Yeah.
Versus the opposite was true. Lydia wasn't the best caller, but she was great at that puzzle, or at least, far better than Jonathan.
So it's
Jenny
Jonathan's
is
fault that
puzzle queen.
Jeff
Andrea.
peed on their fire.
Jenny is puzzle queen.
Yeah.
if only the meat shield had used his brain shield.
I'm just picturing what they would look like in real life. Like,
Omar probably could have done the puzzle blindfolded without Jonathan's direction.
I'm trying to. They were both down a member, right? Yeah. So it was the Bati tribe that had someone sitting out. Okay. For some reason, I thought Omar was sitting out, but he wasn't.
No, this guy was sitting out. Mr.
My guy. Daniel.
Shoulder guy.
Lame arm. He was out.
Hey.
do you guys think he'll play into that a little bit more? Because he's like,
I think he did it on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah? Oh, okay.
He's like, check this trick out.
Damn.
He's probably done it before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna get some sympathy, slide by.
Gets to know the medical team.
Okay. No faith in Daniel. BC Boys fans? No? No
Sorry.
faith in Daniel.
Yes, BC Boy fan, but what?
No faith in Brooklyn, but I said Daniel.
Oh.
We'll move along quickly.
Okay.
I get it.
I guess I'm more of a Beastie Boys fan, Bailey, than that.
It's like a Weird Al version.
Weather outside.
Okay, so challenge happens. We find out Taku's got to go to tribal. No Flint. Jeff's peeing on their campfire.
Right.
And now they've got to figure out, this is going down tonight. What are we doing?
Sticking out. Yeah.
What do you guys think about these times?
They're down to there's 5, and they'd been so close for 5 days, and I think
Their
it was
family.
touching how they talked about how close they had become.
Yeah. Is anyone surprised who left?
Actually, I called it. not that like I called it out to the three of you, but in my notes I said tells that story about her brother, and then in parentheses I said, is she getting voted out?
I see. She got to tell her story, and then we
talked about that last episode. They always pull the heartstring before they pull the rug. You know.
Yeah. By the way, there's the door.
Yeah.
So that was a hard one for them, though. They all felt connected to her, which was funny because it was for the exact reason she was on the show, to like get away from her mom role, and they like connected with her on a maternal level.
Totally.
Yeah.
Good. It's hard to change who you are, you know.
She said, I have to put me first in front of all of them.
Yeah.
And I get what she was saying in terms of the maternal thing. But when you say that on Survivor, everyone else is thinking, no, I'm first. And then if you're like, oh, but I'm going to put me first, they're like, okay, see ya.
Is there anyone that thought for a second that Marianne was going to go? Like
I thought it might be, and especially
because we did get a lot of Marianne moment at the top too, so they did kind of balance it. Like
I definitely thought, I was like, oh no, I don't really want her to go yet. I'm not over her yet. I like her right now.
And Mariah played her shot in the dark, so it could have been. And I'm not clear. I guess they don't show that part of like which of the paper, how they get the paper. Like
so
Jeff pulled it out.
Is it in a bag or something?
He's just like one out of a bag.
Okay,
I haven't seen that.
And she was supposed to drop it in the little receptacle when she skipped her vote, but she handed it to him. Newbie. Must be her first time playing.
Good for her though, for getting on the show. She had a very touching story.
Yeah.
And that's two shot in the darks that have been played.
Yeah.
Next episode, shot in the dark or no? Who's calling it? Is it going to happen?
Yeah.
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to go with yes.
Don't you play it if you suspect you're on the chopping block?
Yes.
Yeah. Go big or go home. There's only 26 days.
Because if you don't and you end up on the chopping block, you'll be like, God, I'm an idiot. Like I could have played that thing.
Yeah.
Although you have to have someone on your side, I think. Because what happens if they unanimously vote you out like they did with Zach, and then
but she was unanimously voted out. She was unanimously voted out.
So then does she get to like just pick the person, or does she just become ineligible and then they have to revote?
I don't know.
Oh, everyone doesn't have a shot in the dark. I thought everyone had a shot.
Everyone has a shot in the dark, but when you players, you don't have a vote. Your vote doesn't count.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the remaining people,
So do you have a shot in the dark every tribal council, or no? It's just
one. The whole.
Okay. Got it. Just clarification.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a new thing. So.
And Norma was concerned, but no, his knees are still locked and on the beach, so he has not been voted out. It was Mariah who was voted out. It's funny because I was like, oh, okay, it's definitely Marianne, she's going. And so then I should have known. Then of course it won't be. If because they kind of led you so much to believe it's gonna be her, then that means Survivor's not gonna make it her. You know, like they're gonna go boom, and then it's like every vote was Mariah.
Yeah. Which I didn't know how to say her name until yesterday. So
same. I thought it was like Maria. I was like, is it another Mariah or Marianne? Something different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad he's here too, Norma, Jonathan. So is Jason.
So is Jason. Yeah.
Jason's very happy that he's still there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought, I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun just in general watching this.
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
There's just so many layers. There's so much to it. I know we talked about this already, but like there's so much going on and there's still so many people. And I'm like, I want to know a little bit more about them. Like Swati, we don't know much about her yet. We just know she's a smarty farty that's going to Harvard. But like Chanel, we don't know much about her either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to see more High also. And Romeo. I feel like they have some strategy maybe that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
There is a thing called the purple edit that I was telling Josh about a while ago. And sometimes they'll just omit people until the last episode that they're in. They'll like highlight them for like 10 seconds and then they're gone. So hopefully that's not the case with Chanel or Swati, because I agree. I'd like to hear more from them.
The purple.
Who knows? It's named after Kelly Purple.
Oh, Kelly Purple. Okay.
There's a video on it. You'll have to check it out. I'll send you the link.
Okay.
It's interesting for sure.
I'll look it up. The Kelly or the Purple edit.
The Purple edit.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a fast-paced season though. I like the thing I like best about Survivor is the social game and the strategy of like building the alliances and all of that. And I feel like with all these extra layers and the fast pace, we don't get as much of that. That doesn't evolve as much.
So what do you think about? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Aaron here has a really good question.
I like that.
Because really, you have to pick the weakest in each tribe in case it's that tribe. But so let's just kind of real quick. Let's go through. I'll pull up the tribes again. So Ika, we have Romeo.
Definitely the weakest physically.
Yeah.
Roxroy, Drea, and Tori. Of this group, who do you think's the next to go?
Physically weakest is Romeo. Socially weakest, probably Drea. It seems like everyone's gunning for her.
Oh, I so disagree. Okay. Sorry, Natalie.
Okay.
I mean, Bailey, they literally said, let's vote her out, the two girls who she tried to alliance with.
But no, make the case.
Yeah, why do you think?
I think the weakest is Roxroy, just overall, because no one seems to like be with him. Like we're thinking this isn't a social game. Like he has it together, like physically, he's like leading, but like no one's leaning on him socially at all. Like no one's pulling Roxroy aside. And I think he's like the Mariah where it's like, yeah, you're there. You know, I think he would be the next voted off. So weakest, not necessarily physically. I think just like overall, I think he would be the next to go for sure.
Interesting. Although, he does have the annoying factor.
Do you keep him though? Because he still is, he is stronger, even though he doesn't seem to be using his strength, but he is stronger. Like, is he one of those guys that you keep a little long? Because I feel like the stronger you keep him for a while, and then towards the end, then they go, let's get rid of him.
That's fair.
For the merge.
Yeah.
My vote's for Tori. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say between Tori and Drea. I think Drea's next to go because Tori at least has Swati apparently as an ally. So Drea doesn't seem to have anyone really. Everyone kind of seems to be turning on her as soon as she walks away. I mean, that's just like what I've gathered. But
yeah,
is
and she did that first because in season 1 she allied with somebody and then immediately flipped and said, "Let's vote that person out."
Yeah.
Is Romeo in cahoots with anybody?
Zach.
Oh, R.I.P.
Right.
Thanks for bringing it up.
Sensitive subject.
Well, Romeo, I could see he's one. Well, he was talking with
he like made 3 alliances.
So like he's someone who I feel like a strong alliance can go, we will grant you the ability to ride with us for a while if you're good. Now stay online kind of thing. And he'll be like, okay, I'll do it, you know? Because there is, you know, they got to hang in until the merger. So there's that second thing where you have a second chance kind of making alliances and stuff. So I could see him hanging.
And it's good to be weak.
Yeah.
We're talking about him being an animal. He's the little bird that rides on the rhino's back.
Yeah.
Which isn't like the worst place to be.
Cleans the alligator's teeth. You know, those little birds that clean the alligator's teeth. Yeah.
So he has a use. They'll keep him around. I agree.
So who do we think's going? I said Drea or Tori, but I'm leaning towards Drea, at least right now. Everything changes in a day socially on Survivor, but Drea is my weak link. Who do you guys think?
From
Ika? Tori.
Yeah, Ika.
Oh, you changed my mind, I think, on Roxroy, because like you're right, they do need to keep strong people on the squad. So I'm gonna go with Tori.
Other 2 people?
I said Drea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I don't like Tori's gameplay.
Yeah. I don't like someone that just
she's the kind that
she's a caregiver and she's
Yeah.
I'm not saying I like her.
Yeah.
But I definitely don't like her as a person, but I think she will last a little longer.
Yeah.
Okay, Taku, we got Lindsay. I think we all like her.
I love her.
Mm-hmm. Omar. Marianne, calm down, girl. Calm down. And Jonathan. I had to skip over 2 people already there, because let's not forget Jackson's gone, even though not voted out, had to leave. So they're already down another one. So Jonathan, Marianne, Omar, and Lindsay.
That's tough. I hope they don't go down to 3.
Yeah. I hate to say it, I do think Marianne's the weakest on this team.
Yeah.
I
but
agree.
It bums me out. I don't want it to be, but I also like the other 3 players. So I don't know.
They're solid.
Yeah.
I like a good attitude and cheery disposition to a point. And I feel like she's just like, I don't mind if they hit 10. She's like redlining at 11, like it's like, oh, gee.
Jeff was like making fun of her essentially, like at the council. He was like, "No, you keep going," but he like was so nice about it. Like,
he sounded like that. I saw that too.
It seemed like she was talking a lot.
No, go on. I'm just getting comfortable. Like, okay, Jeff.
Yeah.
She's so wrong. Marianne is the weakest on that. Right. Okay.
But I really hope they don't go down to 4. That would probably cause an early merge and it would shake things up. They'd probably go to 2 tribes. It'd be a mess.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
Not ready. Okay, Elaine thinks Marianne too. I know. It's a bummer. We're all in agreement. We like her. It's just, all right.
And Norma says to never disagree with Josh because he seems to have the gift for knowing.
Ooh.
Oh, Norma.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna Venmo you that $20. Oh, did I tell you guys my other account is called Norma? I'm posted. No, I love Norma.
That makes sense.
It does now when all the nice comments. Okay, so on Vati we got Jenny.
Your girl.
Hi. Lydia.
Old blood.
Mike. Chanel and Daniel, they're all intact over at Vati. Weakest link, who do you think the team would vote for?
I think Lydia.
Yeah, Gen Z.
Yeah, maybe it's just Gen Z, and I'm just a millennial, and I'm like,
I haven't done my research, but I was talking about the Instagram thing. I went and followed every single person just to kind of get like an idea of what they're like.
Oh.
And I think she like met Jeff Probst at a bar somewhere, and that's how she ended up on the show.
Get out of Dodge.
Not even kidding. She has like a picture with Jeff Probst and was like, "This is the night that changed my life."
Talk about strategy. Bring that up at jury, making your case.
Right.
Stalking Jeff Probst.
Wow. Did she know what Survivor was at that point?
Right.
No, because the first episode, she's like, "Oh, it's so sandy here."
What did you think? Yeah. She kind of reminds me of Lena Dunham from Girls Days.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of a Girls vibe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The show's funny.
That actually made me like her
remembering this SNL sketch from when she hosted, and it's like Adam and Eve, but she's Eve because she was always naked on the show, and she's like Adam, and they're like in a forest. That's what Lydia looked like the first episode. Like, I'm lost in a forest.
Yes.
I think it's her or High. I don't think High has like he just doesn't. He's not offering anything to anyone. No. You know what I mean? And he's kind of a liability if people start going like, "Hey, we're gonna have a dude on our team who's gonna be weak come day 5." You know what I mean? Like he's already starting off, kind of scrawny, and then it's like he's out there licking sap. We're not gonna make it far. You know what I mean? Like,
and Lydia might be a stronger physical player. Even he's pretty scrawny, right?
That's true. That's true.
We haven't seen a lot of challenges, but I'm just saying, like, she seems to have like the puzzle mind and did well there. And if she's more physical,
And
it might come down to camp, who's more palatable and works harder.
And it's funny, as annoying as she was at first on the yelling part of the challenge, it's like hard to deny, well, you led your team to victory. You know what I mean? So it's like hard to say the quarterback was bad when they won the Super Bowl. It's like, well,
yeah,
kind of takes that out of the, wind out of the sails there.
That's true. I'm surprised no one said Mike.
I think he'll stay around for a while. I think people are kind of using him. People are like leaning on him because he has this, immunity. I think he's a good social piece for now. But I think he's like
a good pawn.
He's not winning anything. I
think he's. I will say, I think he's winning people over for the short term or medium term. Like when he first, I was like, oh, Jesus, this guy's like a caveman. But then it's like, I forget, like he was a fireman for years, and firemen like are they've got a cheery disposition and stuff. You know what I mean? It's like they get to be the good guy of the city workers, unfortunately, for policemen. But and so I think he's like, let's not take for granted that he can. He's got. You know what I mean? It's like they get to be. He's I don't know. He's actually won me over some where I wasn't so hot on him for a bit.
No, I like him. I'm just surprised.
I like Norma's comment. She's a waitress carrying trays, quick on the feet. Lydia has a chance.
There you go. Hey, if Jeff hand plucked her from a crowd randomly at a bar,
she's got something.
That's some spark.
That's true. He's seen a few contestants.
They did find Mike's idol, by the way, Elaine, right?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Or did they tease that they lost it again?
No, I think they found it.
They did do some kind of teaser like that it was misplaced, but I'm sure it's misplaced for 10 minutes on the show once we watch the episode.
Okay.
I can't wait to hear everyone's like thoughts on all the characters like it's a cartoon next week, because like I think it's gonna change. Like we're just gonna see different sides of people once they start get hungrier and like a little more desperate. I think it's gonna like next week's gonna be like a total shift.
A little bit more bonded with each other.
Yeah.
We're not more emotional when they're not underslept or hungry and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to see tears.
Give me the tears. And the fake blood.
Let's put up a poll next week, Josh. What do you think?
I like
it. If I can figure that out. I've not figured that out. Every episode, we're going to add a little bit, guys, as I figure stuff out. We had a song playing at the top. Now, that didn't even, like,
bravo,
near where I want it to be. But at least we had a song going, so to get some energy going. And I might even play the song at the end of the show just to wrap it with some energy.
Please.
Yeah. So, Greg and I talked about doing this, but I don't think we even prepared for, we'll wait till next week to do.
Yeah, let's bring that up.
We got another thing coming for you guys. Every week we're gonna make the show a little better. Okay. I think we should start wrapping it up here. Any final thoughts from everybody? We'll start with Natalie. The Marianne, she was the one you said is going all the way. You're already jumping ship on her. You don't think so?
I'm abandoning Marianne. I'm sorry to say. Yeah.
Are you? Do you have someone right now that you could think of that you would replace her with? I know it's early days. Things are going to change.
Lindsay. I might pick Lindsay.
Yeah.
She's strong.
Okay.
And she's kind of under the radar. She's, under Jonathan's wing for a while. We'll see.
He's her meat shield.
Yeah. He's a couple people's meat shield.
I think
that term really makes me a little uncomfortable, but I like it.
Yeah.
I won't say it again.
Just think of a moist meat shield. Bailey.
Yeah.
And the Virgin came up with it. So
Greg.
True.
Greg, are you sticking with who was your vote for to go all the way?
So far it's Daniel.
Daniel, and you're sticking with Daniel?
I think he has legs. The fact that he like shut down that idol with Mike and like took control of someone else's like destiny. I can see a mastermind there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's got the likability to go through a jury though.
Yeah. I see
that. Bailey, who was your person and are you sticking with him?
Lindsay, Jenny, Jonathan. Those are my top 1, 2, 3.
And then mine, I'm still sticking with Jenny. We didn't see much from her this episode, so it's not, nothing's really changed for me. But she kind of the same reason as Lindsay. I feel like they're both likable, they're both competent, and for now flying under that radar. And I think that's like, if you could get like to that final 4 or whatever, and then it really is just about your personal skills, those last few, and just literally hanging on sometimes longer than others, stuff like that. Like, I think those two, like Lindsay would be my number 2. I have Jenny flopped from you, but I do think that Lindsay and Jenny. But I'm gonna go with Jenny for now. I'm gonna stick with my Jenny vote for now. So
I'm out on that island by myself, like hiking that huge hill.
Yeah, with Daniel, you and Daniel.
Yeah, you're holding his arm because
you and Zach.
Pocket.
Zach's hiding in the grass. He didn't leave. Zach there.
This is big loser island.
Sand stars. I don't know.
They told Zach to go home, and he swam to that island. That's where he lives now.
Yeah, he doesn't want to give up on the game yet. He's like,
Marianne's sneaking over, and they're kind of like making out every once in a while.
He makes his own redemption island.
In honor of the show, he refuses to eat rice for the next 5 years just because Jeff said
for high. More for high.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Well, thanks everybody. Good show, and we'll be back next week, all 4 of us. We've got Bailey for I think a couple weeks or a few weeks before you head out.
Yeah.
Natalie and I have a family trip the next morning after our show next week, so
oh, fun.
Yeah, we'll tell more about it when we get back. But good show. Love doing this.
So much fun. Thanks for joining, everyone.
Thanks for chatting.
Thanks for making it happen.
Yeah, thanks everyone, and we'll see you next week. And I'll play the music. It's not going to be a graceful transition because StreamYard doesn't really have any kind of fade. So have a good week, everyone. See you guys next week, same time, same day.
All right. Bye.